Hello. Um, this is new for me. I am making a devlog for this project titled the Tower of Purgatory. Um, it is a Game Boy aesthetic metroidvania with a getting over it feel. I have not developed too much of it. This will be the first devlog out. I am a decent ways into this for the first devlog, and I have made other projects before, haven't really truly finished anything. You might know me from my project Less. I might show a snippet of that later in this devlog just so you can get an idea. But right now, I figured I'd show you where we're at. We have animations for the player implemented, movement implemented. We have a little bit of UI elements implemented, and I added this rotating gear, which actually does work. Currently, whenever it does the rotating animation, it removes all collision detection, so you'll fall through it. Which I think is a really nice way to kind of do it. I changed the color so that it's kind of visibly being shown that, hey, you're not able to stand on this at that point. I don't really have any tile sets implemented yet. Like I said, I'm just kind of focusing on mechanics. As far as programs go, we're using Pixel Game Maker MV. It's a program that I was comfortable with before in the past. We're keeping this relatively simple for now. I'm not exactly sure where I'm taking this. The idea was a really good idea in my head, and I kind of wanted to get it going. So for now, I'll go ahead and show you the mechanics. I'll do a quick playthrough, and that'll be at the end of the devlog. And for quick comparisons, I might show some of my other projects as well at the end of the video. Anyways, let us start with the display of what we have currently. Go ahead and click display option here. Get the full screen. And we could make this full screen. I probably will just make it, we'll just maximize it for now. So, as far as movement goes, standard movement implemented. There's the ability to drop down on platforms. I designate the platform type, and then it will allow you to drop down at that point. Like I said, you can jump on this when it's a if I can time it properly, which without your upgrades is probably going to be one of the standard mechanics in the early game setup. You have the ability to double jump. There's a stamina system. Every time you double jump, it uses a piece of stamina. That works with the dash as well. You can dash on the ground without using stamina. Wall jumps don't use stamina, so there's a whole wall jumping mechanic here. There's interesting tech, so like what I did there, if you dash from the ground and do a jump, mechanically there's this thing called coyote time. I implemented it as a result of that. Timing wise, you're able to do cool little jumps like this. So early advanced tech you can get. So when I release this, you guys that watch these devlog videos will know that right off the bat. So hopefully you use that for like speed running and all that. That'll be fun. We have attacking as well. I don't have enemies implemented yet. I'm working on graphics for those, and this is the only attack animation I have right now. Currently, if you do it in the air, it lowers your gravity, so that you can kind of stay in the air longer when you're doing it. As a side effect of that, you can also extend your jump with it. So like, this is a normal jump, and oops. That is an extended jump. It's a bit difficult to do because you have to time it so that you're doing the attack in the middle of the animation. But I thought it was a really cool side effect, and I liked it. a lot of these things I just kind of see something that's cool, I keep it implemented. It's one of the things I just want to make the game as fun and enjoyable to move around in. So it's kind of like an anti-getting over it concept. So when you're like, when you're playing a game like Getting Over It or Jump King or something like that, the controls are part of what makes it irritating, right? So in this case, I'm making the controls fun. You're still going to have the issues of having to restart from the beginning of the level, for instance, if you make a blunder and fall. But with the way the movement feels, I'm hoping that makes a difference in how everything works. Anyways, as far as implementation goes, that's basically what I have implemented currently. It's not a whole lot. I will hopefully have more for the next devlog. I plan on doing a devlog maybe weekly or bi-weekly. I haven't really set it in stone yet. I am working with another team on other projects, so I don't have as much time to do solo projects right now. So this is something that I'm doing on my own time. It's just kind of like for fun at the moment, but I really want to see this project through. Unlike my previous stuff, this is something I want to finish. Which is why I'm actually starting the devlogs. I saw that a lot of people, when they set up a devlog, actually kind of get things going, start getting it finished. It's not as much work as trying to do a stream. I've done a stream in the past. My internet did not handle it. But hopefully with these things and getting started on a devlog, we will follow through and make a heap ton of progress. As far as gameplay, I hope that you like what I have here. As for that, that'll end the devlog. I did say that I would show you some of my other projects, so if you want to stick around for that, it'll just be a few more minutes to show you that. But this was a project I never finished. I am a bit sad I never finished this, but this is the kind of quality that I am working with here, and I'm hoping my experience with this will help me make a really solid game for you guys. With that said, we'll go ahead and just go through this real quick. Just showing what I did not get out to you guys and apologizing for it. I may still make a demo of this so you can play this part for yourself. But at this point, this project I don't think I will be finishing. I'll go ahead and showcase this boss fight, which rather enjoyable boss fight I made actually. Story-wise, doesn't matter too much. Like I said, we're not finishing this project. I just wanted to show you the quality of my older projects, whether they've been finished or not, so you kind of have an idea of what to expect with this Game Boy aesthetic project that I am making. Oh. And I'm not very good. Let's see. This guy is mechanically not too difficult the way I had him going. He basically would teleport, do either lightning or send rocks at you. And once you deplete his health all the way, which I'll show here in a second, he does do a second form. I was trying to mimic Castlevania with this, as like the way Dracula is set up. There's a lot of similarities here. And again, I'm not very good. I'm actually very unpracticed in this because I haven't played this in a while, but this, I'm really bummed. This would have been a really fun project. I didn't know where to take it with this story. So... I'm gonna die. Oh, I got him. There you go. Demo portion probably wouldn't have ended there. There's going to be a little bit more content after that. You'd have the ability to run around in this area. You wouldn't have your bow. I got it up to the point where there's the second boss fight without a bow. You can't actually kill the boss. It just has a health bar and all that stuff, and you're able to bring it all the way to low health, but it doesn't actually die. But this was a full project I was working on, and I had a lot more time to work on this. But I ran into a couple standstills and just was not feeling the story, was not... I'm just making a bunch of excuses, obviously. But in the end, it just wasn't something that I wanted to finish. And as much as I love the art style, I could not get myself to make this into a full project. I worked again with further with that art style, started making some graphics. I posted that on the 20th on Twitter, the images of that project I was working on. Same art style, different character, different story. It was a very dumb story I had for that one. And I just didn't see that one working out either. And so when I finally got this idea for this story, that is the Tower of Purgatory, it's a character that has died. They are basically in the underworld, but they're not quite in the underworld yet. They can't cross the river Styx. Charon says, hey, you can't cross the river Styx. You don't have any money. You're not able to do this. But you can collect money to be able to do this, cross the river Styx in the Tower of Purgatory. And that is the tower that you are going to climb. And it is going to be the getting over it aspect of the game. So what we're doing is we're going to have this giant tower you're climbing. There's going to be bosses that you will fight along the way, enemies that you fight along the way, tough platforming. I want to make the platforming interesting. The idea is with the stamina system, it will allow you to come up with unique ways to travel the platforming. Will make it difficult for someone that's trying to speedrun and you're not grabbing all the upgrades. But if you wanted to make your life easier, you could pick up upgrades to further allow yourself to do additional chains of double jumps and additional dashes. And even might have a secret at the end or something like that that allows you to fully upgrade your character to the max potential, allows you to just completely become a broken character at that point. I think it'd be fun to have some sort of rewarding gimmick for having all the powers and then fully making use of it in a tough level. I think it'd be fun. But as far as the full game goes, I'm implementing it in a way where I want at the lowest denominator you're able to play through it. And then like the unique and like really cool platforming tricks you're able to do are just kind of like speedrunning stuff. They're going to allow you to get through quicker and do the tower expanse a lot faster. Ideally, I kind of like making this into a speedrunning game at that point. With it being a getting over it setup, there is going to be an autosave feature, I believe is how I'm going to set it up, and there's not going to be any save states, save locations. So it's going to be different in a Metroidvania in that aspect. And I think that offers enough unique characteristics of this game that I hope will intrigue you. Anyways, like I said, that is the... Now, this is really the end of the devlog at this point. I hope to see... set up another devlog at the end of the week, do like a how much have I accomplished in a week, It will be a much smaller devlog, obviously with this one showcasing a previous game that I made a little bit. But that's enough rambling. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope you enjoyed the video.